You thought you had it bad, Irish guy. You ain't seen nothing yet. What is up, everyone? This is Ellibod here. Welcome to the Ellibod Sports Network. Time to look back at my Premier League predictions, and well, you knew from the Championship I didn't make my target. I've got a gut feeling I'm not going to make it here either. So, well, I'm not going to waste any time really, just get straight into it. Once again, I use a point system. If my prediction is spot on, I score 5 points. If my prediction is 1 place out, 3 points. If my prediction is 2 places out, 1 point. Anything further than that, it is an incorrect prediction. And, well, not a bad start at all. I predicted Leeds to finish in 20th. They finished in 19th. So, 3 points off the bat. Not bad, actually. Not a shock that Leeds went down. I said it was going to be a bad season for them, and it was a bad season for them. Though, you might say it wasn't as bad as I was predicting, but you still got relegated. Do I think Leeds will bounce straight back up? No. I think Leeds might float in the Championship for a couple of seasons. I'll be amazed if Leeds come straight back up. It's going to be a matter of trying to hold on to what quality you've got. There is a team, however, that I do think will bounce straight back up, and I'll come to them in a moment. So yeah, not a shock with Leeds. One team that did surprise me, Nottingham Forest. I predicted them for 19th, and they finished a comfortable 16th, so I don't get anything on that. For the amount of money that Nottingham Forest spent, and for the calibre of players they got in, to only come 16th is actually kind of disappointing. And I just don't see how you could consider this a good season when you spent the amount of money you did and got the amount of players that you did. And most of them were just sludge on the bench. And if you had gone down, then your club would be on the verge of bankruptcy, I would believe. Because there's no way you'd be able to honour those contracts. But you stayed up, so credit to you. This is now one team that I really underestimated. I think pretty much every predictor underestimated them. Brentford. I thought they would go down just... Nope, they finished a comfortable 9th. Who would have had a bet on that? Well, Ivan Toney. And now he is an 8-month ban that he's now serving? Something along that line. But yeah, good season for Brentford. Very good season for Brentford. And this tiny little club, this tiny little London club, are staying in the Premier League. And they're going to be joined by another tiny club next season. Welcome to the Premier League, Luton. I'll talk about you when I do my prediction for next season. But yeah, Brentford were very exciting to watch. When they got that 4-0 win over Man United, it was probably my favourite moment of the season. And again, I'm a Newcastle fan, so to watch another team like Brentford actually dominate Man United in the way they did, you probably think I wouldn't care about, but actually I found it hilarious. So yeah, good season for Brentford. Did a lot better than I predicted. Another team that did a lot better than I predicted. 17th, I went with Fulham. And Fulham finished in 10th. I don't really know what to say in regards to Fulham. I mean, they've got themselves into a position where they're no longer a yo-yo club. Or at least they don't have the yo-yo club status for this season. So, credit to them, I guess. Now, can they stay up next season? That'll be interesting to see, won't it? I can't really say anything in regards to how Fulham could improve because they've done better than I predicted them to do. So they're on the right path. I really don't have anything more I can say in regards to Fulham. Where to next? Right, 16th. I went with Bournemouth, and they finished in 15th. 1 place out, 3 points on the board. I am now on 6. I'm actually not doing too badly. Maybe I was wrong. I do like Bournemouth, mainly because Eddie Howe used to be their manager. But yeah, little Bournemouth still hanging in there. They did. I'm trying to think if there was anything particularly interesting with them this season. Nothing really I can think of. They held on. And another team that held on. I said it when he was appointed. I will say it again now. Dyche equals safety. I predicted Everton to finish in 15th, and they finished in 17th. 2 places out, 1 point on the board. So I'm now on 7 points. Okay, this actually might not be too bad. Yeah, with Lampard, you were going nowhere. There was only going to be one man that would save you, and that was Sean Dyche. I said it when he was appointed, and people thought I was mad. I said that Dyche equals safety. People said that Dyche equals relegation. No, he didn't. He kept Everton up. What does Everton need to do? There have been calls already by Everton fans that there needs to be a flat-out termination of those at board level. And there needs to be a new direction, a new energy at Everton. And I can certainly understand that when a club falls out with their owners in the way that Everton fans are falling out with their owners, it can be deadly. I mean, again, speaking as a Newcastle fan, the relationship we had with the Fat Fuck, it was a poison, and it intoxicated our club. And I will say, if things don't change at Everton, they could end up being in the Championship, if not next season, or the season after that, and the season after this one. So there does need to be a big change at Everton. One club where there doesn't need to be any change at all is Brighton. I predicted you for 14th, and You've got European football. You finished in 6th. Oddly enough, the team I predicted to finish in 6th actually finished in 14th. So, but I'll come to that in a moment. Yeah, Brighton in Europe. I don't know what to make of that, to be honest with you. Guess I can make a hat out of it. Yeah, Brighton, it's kind of weird you got rid of Graham Potter and yet you still had this entertaining style of football that really did shock a lot of people. But, there's just something about your club I just don't like. And I can't even put my finger on what it is. I mean, again, I'm a Newcastle fan. My main rival should be the shit pit, Sunderland. And yet, I think I hate Brighton Football Club more than I hate Sunderland. And I can't put my finger on why. But yeah, Brighton, good season. Not much I can say on that one. Here's a club who did not have a good season at all. I predicted them for 13th. Dead last, Southampton. This was sad to actually watch. Because there was an air of optimism for Southampton, and it's ended in nothing. It ended with relegation. Do I think Southampton will come straight back up? No. I think Southampton could be on the plummet. I don't see Southampton coming straight back up. I see them... I reckon they will be on a Leeds-style plummet now. Next, in 12th place, I went with Crystal Palace, and they finished in 11th, one place out. 3 points again. I am now halfway to my target. And again, my target is 20 points. Halfway there. Right. What the fuck happened at Crystal Palace that... There's just something odd about Palace. I mean, you somehow hold on to Wilfried Zaha, and you reappoint Roy Hodgson, and it actually worked. Like, this was a man that put Harry Kane on corner kicks, and yet he worked for Palace. So I guess well done to you. Another team that I need to say a huge well done to. I said that Erik ten Hag wouldn't make a difference at Man United, and he has. He didn't get rid of Maguire, but he did put him on the bench, which is good. Again, I thought that Ten Hag would actually be a lot of the problem here. He'd try and implement things and it wouldn't work. But no, the big problem was actually the ego created by Cristiano Ronaldo. And, I mean, for God's sake, why would you share a platform with Piers Morgan? There are some things you just don't do, and sharing a platform with that moron is something you don't do. I mean, Ronaldo left and Man United actually seriously improved on the pitch. They finished 8 places higher than I predicted. Champions League football. Can't really fault Man United this season. They've kept the Dullwood on the bench. So I'm annoyed I got that one wrong. Here's one I'm not annoyed that I got wrong though. 10th place, my Geordie boys Newcastle, and instead Champions League football for St James's Park next season. And I am ecstatic. I am so happy that I got this one wrong. To see Newcastle do well. We could have had third, and that's kind of an annoyance. But you know what? I said I would love to take Champions League, to take European football of any kind, and the fact we're going to have Champions League is amazing. I'm aware that we are in the lower pot. I'm aware that we're in pot 4, and that's going to mean tough competition. But I don't mind that. I just am happy to be. I'm happy to see my club in Champions League. Now the thoughts of some of the players that we could entice in, and I'm glad that Eddie Howe shot down the rumours about Ronaldo and Neymar, because we don't want egos. We just want good football players. So let's have none of that. I don't want Ronaldo. I don't want Neymar. Who would I want? I don't know is the honest answer. Just let's not have ego. Let's have good football. Next, ninth place, I went with Wolves. And they finished in 30th instead. Can't really say anything about Wolves, but other predictions haven't already said they didn't really play football this season. They just fucking hurt people. I mean, was it 6 red cards all season? Something like that? Wolves, man. But then again, you did have Diego Costa, so I guess that shouldn't be too much of a result. Your team became more violent. Right. In 8th place, another team where I'm 1 place out, Aston Villa. I went with Aston Villa for 8th and they finished in 7th. 3 points on the board. I'm on 13 now. I'm on 13 points. 7 more I need to just meet my target. Aston Villa were such an irritant. This season they kind of played the team that you go there as a much bigger club, thinking that you're going to beat them, and then they give you a fight. And you know, when we went to go and play them at Villa Park, they tore us apart. And again, it's that kind of, I think that is what ultimately has cost us top 3, that loss to Aston Villa, in my opinion. But credit to Villa. Conference football next season certainly will be interesting to see Aston Villa have some European football at the at Villa Park. And again, can't say but I'm sorry for them. I mean, they've had a good season and they've played some really good football. One team that didn't play good football. This is the saddest prediction in my list. This is the saddest overall moments in this list. Former Premier League champions, the miracle job. Leicester. 11 places below where I predicted them and in the relegation zone. Championship football at the King Power Stadium. It is sad, but Leicester, I believe you will come straight back up. I believe, Leicester, that you will make it back to the Premier League at the first time of asking. You have a good infrastructure at the club. What happened this season was unfortunate, but you'll make it back up. Leicester will be back in the Premier League. Do I say it? Yes, I do. Leicester will win the championship next season. Leicester will win the championship next season. And they will come straight back up to the Premier League. Leicester have got to win the championship next season. So that was 7th. Who I predicted for 6th? Well, here we are. I said it about Brighton, but the team I predicted Brighton for 14th and they finished in 6th. I predicted West Ham for 6th and they finished in 14th. Moisey. I really don't know what to actually say about West Ham. Are you on the way down? I don't know. But at this rate, I don't think Moyes will survive all of next season. He might make it to Christmas, then he'll get sacked. It's a shame because I do respect West Ham. I think that they've got a lot running for them. I mean, they're in a European final, for God's sake. But you better hope you win that, because otherwise you're fucked. Lack of a better term. Right, here's another one that was kind of a deflator. Tottenham. 5th place. Chance of European football. No, you finished in 8th. The whole saga with Antonio Conte, and I think now Conte's getting to that stage now where he is going to be completely unwanted as a manager. He just creates too much drama wherever he goes. If it's not creating drama on the touchline or drama on the pitch, he creates it in the back room. And not the back rooms, if you get that reference. Rumours that Harry Kane is going to be leaving the club. It's going to be really downhill for Tottenham from here. I mean, they already finished 3 places below where I predicted them. No, Tottenham were not good this season, though thrashing them at St James's Park was beautiful. Right, my top 4, how have I done? 4th, I went with Arsenal. 2 places out, 1 point. I'm on 14. Arsenal, you had it in the bag and you bottled it. You had the Premier League in your grasp and you threw it away. That's the only way that I can describe what's happened here. You threw it away when you had control. This is the epitome of a bottle job. And I think that's how we're gonna remember the season. The season that Arsenal had it in the palm of their hands and bottled it to the team I predicted in 3rd place, Manchester City. Of course they won. 2 places out, 1 point on the board for me. I'm now on 15. Manchester City are scary at the moment, and they could be on the verge of a continental treble. Having won the Premier League, they're in the FA Cup final, and they are in the Champions League final. And I think they will win both of them. I know I predicted other teams to win the FA Cup and the Champions League, but now as it stands, I don't see Man United beating them, and I certainly don't see Internazionale, Inter Milan, beating them either. Man City are a scary team right now. Tell you something that's not scary. Todd Bowley's checkbook at Chelsea. I predicted them for 2nd and they finished in 12th. I really thought for a moment Chelsea were going to get relegated. I mean, the Potter experiment did not work. The sad thing is that you sacked Thomas Tuchel when you shouldn't have. If you hadn't sacked Tuchel, this would never have happened. Talk about, ego going to someone's head, and Todd Bowley having the world at his fingertips, decided to destroy Chelsea. I can't take Chelsea seriously any longer. Chelsea, to me, even though, they held us on the final day of the season, Chelsea just non-entity to me. And unless there is major changes, then I don't see Chelsea getting any better. I mean, you could hire, and you already have hired, Mauricio Pochettino, but The only thing I'd say about Mauricio Pochettino is he's got to put point blank to Todd Bowley that he needs to shut the fuck up and just get the checkbook out for who he wants, for who Pochettino wants, not for who Bowley wants. Because otherwise, Chelsea are just going to fall deeper and deeper. And now, finally, you recovered towards the end. That's the best I can say about Liverpool this season. 4 places below where I predicted. Europa League football. Get your tickets to Dublin. Or wherever it's going to be next season. But, no, Liverpool were all over the place. I thought that they were going to be buoyed on by the just the energy and wanting to celebrate a trophy lift in front of their fans. And this Liverpool team, I think they are aging. They are becoming way too old for their own good. There needs to be some new, fresh legs brought in at Anfield. Do you sack Klopp? No, absolutely not. You did recover towards the end, so I guess you can have that one. So, I finished on 15 points, 5 below my target. So, both of my prediction videos were below my target. And also, I've got, I believe, all of my other predictions wrong. I predicted Europa, I predicted the Champions League, I predicted the League Cup, and I predicted the FA Cup. I already know I've got all of them wrong. So, yeah, this has been a bad season for me. I didn't get a single one spot on in this, in my Premier League prediction. Next season, I need to redeem myself. So again, I've just thrown them out there that Man City will do a continental treble. And, yeah, Manchester City, scary as fuck right now. But yeah, not a good season for me. Next season though. I'm going to get it next season.